Trump is campaigning hard on Vice President Kamala Harris's recent statement during her appearance on The View, where she claimed, "There is not a thing that comes to mind," when asked what she would have done differently than President Joe Biden over the last 3.5 years.
Just came around to say hello. Number one, I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you it's so. Hey, hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
The remark has sparked significant attention, especially after Harris attempted to clarify her stance during a subsequent Fox News interview. In a new 30-second ad released by the Trump campaign, Harris's comment is highlighted alongside a scathing critique of her and Biden's leadership. The narrator slams Harris, saying, "A flood of illegals, skyrocketing prices, global chaos, and Kamala wouldn't change a thing." Before warning voters, nothing will change with Kamala. The ad goes further, painting a bleak picture of her potential presidency, citing more weakness, more war, more welfare for illegals, and even more taxes. Following the backlash, Harris sought to walk back her comments on The View while speaking to Fox News' Brett Baier, stating,
"Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency."
and emphasized that she would bring her own fresh and new ideas to the table. The nearly 30-minute discussion, which grew increasingly heated, saw Vice President Kamala Harris defending her policies on immigration while repeatedly clashing with Brett Baier.
The first bill, practically within hours of taking the oath, was a bill to fix our immigration system.
Yes, ma'am. It was called the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021.
Exactly.
It was essentially a pathway to citizenship for the... Yes, ma'am.
May I finish responding, please?
But
you have to let me finish,
You
please.
had the White House and the House and the Senate, and they didn't bring up that bill.
I'm in the middle of responding to the point you're raising,
okay,
and I'd like to finish.
Harris distanced herself from Biden, stating that her presidency would not be a continuation of his. She emphasized her desire to turn the page on the current political climate, citing the need to move away from the rhetoric coming from Donald Trump in recent years. Harris also brought attention to Trump's language about the enemy within and his threats to punish political rivals, aiming to refocus the conversation on the former president's controversial rhetoric.
He has talked about turning the American military on the American people. He has talked about going after people who are engaged in peaceful protest. He has talked about locking people up because they disagree with him. This is a democracy.
The Trump campaign is focusing on airing this new ad in key battleground states, where voter margins are thin, including Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. These states have become a focal point for campaign ad spending as the race tightens, with both candidates vying for crucial electoral votes. Trump has used Harris's original comment in several recent rallies, pointing to it as evidence that a Harris presidency would simply continue Biden's policies. Despite Harris's clarification, Trump's campaign continues to capitalize on her statement to draw a sharp contrast between his administration's actions and the Biden-Harris ticket.